Man, guys, on this video, bro, I just want to talk to y'all about, some of the goals that I have as just a general man. As a man, we just want, I just want peace. I want to be happy. I want to have a partner that's going to appreciate me. And essentially, I want to become the best version of myself and to, live the best life I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? To live the best life you possibly can, you have to become the best version of yourself. Becoming the best version of yourself equates to you living the best life you possibly can. And a lot of us are not the best versions of ourselves. And a lot of us have an expectation or a desire to want certain things, but refusing to change or become that person that actually gets those type of things. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just use women for an example, bro. A lot of you guys want probably a baddie. You probably want a chick that looks good to be a significant other. And a lot of times, and it's common for men to have that desire and for us to look at ourselves and think that it can't be done or I won't ever get that or whatever the case may be. When all actuality, you can get that. You know what I'm saying? As a man that went from not having no chicks at all to actually getting with baddies, bro, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. It's possible. You can make the change. And the only reason why that I was able to go from one point to the next was all reflective on of the change that I made in my mindset and who I believed I was and who I believe I could become too. And I just want you guys to know that if it's something that you're lacking in life, it's something that you want and you can't get, or you feel like you're not worthy of it, or you think it's too good for you, or whatever the case may be, just get better. Just become the person, the version of yourself that gets those things. Transform, change. You guys, I'm gonna let y'all know something right now, man. If you guys want an attractive woman to be with you, bro, attractive women like attractive men. Attractive women know that they're attractive. And if they have any experience being with attractive men, they have a set standard. They have an expectation that whenever they choose a partner or whoever they choose a guy to get with, that is the baseline, basic entry requirement. That's just to get into the door. You know what I mean? That's just to get into the door. It's just the one you first must be physically attractive. All right? Attraction is subjective, but there is something that I've said in my past videos about being universally attractive, where there is some sort of aspect where yeah, it is subjective, but you know what I mean. A lot of the stuff can be objectified. Okay, all right. There are some similarities, some correlations, some things that attractive men or men that are deemed as attractive. There are some similarities, some traits that they have that are in common that make it possible for you to objectify. But there are multiple variances or differences within them that makes one of them more suitable to a specific woman over the other, which brings in the subjectivity, you know. But in this case, we're just going to focus on the objectivity because you can be universally attractive, but universally attractive does not necessarily mean that you are attractive to all. You can become attractive to most. You can be attractive, and a woman can look at you attractive and still just deem you as, yeah, you're attractive, but I don't want to have any relations with you or whatever the case may be. That's also a possibility, and and the reason as to why is because of the subjectivity of it, the subjectiveness of it. And so You guys can become universally attractive because these are the common traits and similarities that attractive men have. The first one, the baseline, the standard is, bro, is just being in shape, bro. Being in shape. We live in a society where it has become so normal to be overweight. I remember as a kid, bro, if you were overweight, that immediately said, okay, I must do something to get back on weight. We got guys that are overweight that are that have no issues continuing to be overweight and then crying why they can't get a girlfriend or why they can't get this or that, bro. Bro, you're overweight. When are you going to get back on weight? And to my guys that are underweight, that are skinny like I was, bro, when are you going to get your weight up, bro? If you're skinny and you're considered underweight, you know what I'm saying? Same aspect, same. You're not overweight, but you know what I'm saying? You guys are too far on one end of the spectrum. Get on weight. Get in shape. Stop, like, you've been overweight for years now and you have not said, man, I'm overweight. I need to get back on weight. The term overweight doesn't just, it's not just oh, I just so happen to be overweight and it's genetics and it's just how I be. Overweight has a lot to do with your lifestyle habits, the way you eat, your choices and your decisions, and your choices and your decisions and just how you live life, bro. Um, yeah, dude. You that is all unhealthy. And there's another point where I which I can also correlate where what attractive men have in common is that attractive people look healthy. They don't look like they're sick. They don't look like they look very energetic. They look very enthusiastic. They look like they can move around, have energy, have some youthfulness about them. You know what I mean? Your lifestyle habits is what's making you overweight, which is making you look older. Your lifestyle habits and just how you take care of your presentation, because you probably don't moisturize, or you probably don't take care of your skin or get haircuts, or you don't probably take care of your facial hair. You probably look very unhealthy. You look unkept. You looked just not put together. Not put together and attractive don't go together. You get what I'm saying? These are things that are important that if you want to make a change in your outcomes, bro, you have to make a change internally first and become something or become the thing in which you want, you know? But yeah, bro, get back on weight, bro. Attractive people, like I've said it before in my videos, like, why, like a guy that's, you know, that goes viral on social media by the ways he looks, bro, I can assure you is because he's in shape. That's the baseline. Like, if people are, it's so crazy, bro. Because I've seen so many TikToks and reels of women when they got in shape, and I'm like, oh, she's very attractive. And then whenever they show images of when they weren't in shape, I'd be like, yeah, I would not. It's so crazy because as soon as they lose weight, for me, that literally will make a woman attractive to me. Like, it has nothing to do with her face. It has nothing to do with her hair or everything. She probably has everything, all the other intangibles, bro. But simply because of that weight, bro, I don't see it physically attractive. But as soon as she drops the weight and shows that transformation, all of a sudden, I'm attracted to her. You get what I'm saying? I find this woman attractive, all simply because she just got in shape. And I'm gonna let you guys know the God honest truth, bro. If you boys just got in shape, bro, I'm telling you, that's your it would drastically change your life. Just getting in shape. I'm not even saying like needing to be a bodybuilder or needing to have a certain muscle or have a certain aesthetic, man. I'm talking about just being a healthy, active individual, bro. Just being a healthy, active individual is like the bare minimum, and that's all you have to do, and you will see results, bro. You will see your physical representation change. All you gotta do is just stop being so fucking gluttonous and be mindful of the decisions and the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis, bro. That's it. That's it. You just can't be gluttonous. You can't give in to your vices and just consume those vices constantly, overly. You have to exercise some sort of discipline. You get what I'm saying? That's like that's what women want, bro. They don't want an undisciplined individual. If they had their choosings on which type of partner that they want, do you think they would want an undisciplined guy or a disciplined guy, bro? They want to be with the disciplined guy, a guy that's gonna take care of business, a guy that knows how to take care of things, have attention to detail, and can follow through and keep commitments to himself and to others, despite how hard or how difficult it may be. But just being responsible, bro. Nobody wants to be with somebody who just can't be responsible and just is not aware and can just do certain and just simply refuse to do certain things, bro. Simple life requirements, bro. Nobody wants to be with somebody like that. And so on this video, bro, I'm letting y'all know, man, it is so easy, bro. I'm not gonna say it's easy. Well, I am gonna say it's easy because the only thing that's really preventing you from actually getting it is yourself. You don't have to get another person's approval. You don't have to get another person's opinion. You don't have to go through. All you have to do is just make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to be active. I'm going to eat clean. And then voila. If you do it, you'll get the results. It's very simple, super within your control. And if you just don't do it, or if you don't become it, you only got yourself to blame. You only have yourself to blame. And so I just hope this video will help you guys understand that when it comes to you reaching your goals, the only thing that's in your way is yourself. And what I mean by yourself is that if you have a mindset or you have any sort of doubt, that's you standing in your way. I mean, nobody is coming to you and saying, "Oh no, you can't lose weight. Oh no, you can't be attractive. Oh no, you." Nobody's telling you this. These are things that you're telling yourself. You're in your own way. You're telling yourself a bunch of shit that's just not true, and you're doing it all just to, I guess, prevent yourself from getting hurt, because a lot of you guys just don't have a lot of faith in yourself. You don't have a lot of faith in the process. You don't have a lot of belief in yourself, which is the problem, bro. I'm telling you, the only way that you can actually have some belief in yourself, bro, is when you are willing to go out there and try, bro. You gotta be willing to try. You gotta be able to say, fuck the excuses, fuck the doubt, fuck what anybody else is talking about, bro. This is what I want, and I'm gonna become who I want, bro. And I'm letting you know, if you just adopt that mindset, you'll get there, bro. You'll get there. You'll get there. You have to just be more aware of your thoughts. Be more aware whenever there's some sort of fucking doubt coming in, or whenever there's something that's about to affect your mood. You know what I'm saying? Protecting your energy. You know, that's something that I had to do a lot, bro. Like, the only way that I could get to the gym after work, bro, or to stay disciplined, like being active, man. 5 o'clock, bro. When 5 o'clock hits, bro, and this work is over, bro, I don't check my phone for work. I don't try to stay longer. I don't take work home. I set up realistic plans and realistic expectations from the start of the day, and I do my damnness to hurry up and complete those plans, complete those tasks, objectives at the beginning of the day, so that it doesn't affect other areas of my life. Because, say for example, if I didn't set clear objectives, clear goals for the day, and then I don't manage my time well, and I don't meet the goals and the objectives, and work has to last longer than it has to, and because work lasted longer than it had to, I ended up becoming more tired, and then there goes my motivation for wanting to work out or to eat clean. Probably after having a long day, I'm probably going to want to go eat fast food or eat some goofy shit, all just because I didn't manage my time well, and I didn't control the variables, and I didn't prioritize what was important to me. You guys see what I'm saying, bro? You guys have to, if you guys really want to do this, you guys are going to have to change your approach to your day-to-day, which is going to essentially change your entire lifestyle. You got to change how you do everything, bro. You got to control all of the variables, bro. I know that it's going to be difficult because you've always gone to Taco Bell after work, or you always go to McDonald's before work. But what I'm asking you to do, bro, is like, go to the grocery store, buy some eggs, buy some some lean meats, some produce, prep it all out. Take the time that you would dedicate to doing some goofy shit or whatever the case may be. Dedicate it towards investing in yourself. And then when you approach your day in a proactive manner. Approach your day saying, I need to make sure that all of my priorities for the day is met, and anything that's outside of these priorities is not a priority, is not important, and therefore I should probably not put time, energy, and effort into it in front of my goals. You get what I'm saying? You have goals and you are willing to do anything to accomplish those goals. So anything that is not in alignment with those goals or help you reach those goals, stop fucking worrying about it and just drop it off immediately. Drop it off as soon as possible, bro. Okay? You gotta control the variables. You gotta control or protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you gotta do. You gotta set your system up so you can be successful, so you can be at your best, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta, like on Sundays, if you like to nap and watch Netflix all day, bro, I'm sorry, but I need you to dedicate an hour, bro, just so you can become a better version of yourself, so you can control this variable. So I need you to dedicate an hour into meal prepping your food, okay? Once you meal prep your food, there you got the intentionality. You already got you already know what you're gonna eat. The food's already prepped, the food's already made. All you gotta do is just eat it at that point. Then at that point, eat it, and then, you know what I'm saying? Something that I used to do, bro, is whenever it came to finding a gym, I used to find it. I remember this, bro. There was a gym between my house and between my job that I passed every single day. I went from going to this one gym that was low key out the way, but not really. It was definitely within the community or in the town. But this is how intense you got to be with your goals. I ended up changing my gym membership so that I can go to this gym that I passed every single day going to and from work. So every time I went to work, I passed the gym, and every time I came home from work, I passed the gym. I made that gym my primary gym because whenever I would go from home or whenever I would go from work to home, you see what I'm saying? When I got home, I would have to change into my gym clothes and then find some energy to then leave the house again to go back home. When I get home, bro, my home is my place of you know, it's my home. You know, that's where I go to relax. That's where, you know, anything of the world does not enter, and that is like where my peace is, bro. So whenever I enter my home, and my brain gets this signal of, okay, it's time to relax, bro. At one point in time, bro, I would not come home. I had to develop or control the variables or make my lifestyle in a way in which I don't come home until all my work and all my objectives have been completed for the day. So I made my gym the gym that was right around the corner from my house that I had to pass. And so to actually make sure that I didn't go home, I would even pack my gym bag with my gym clothes. I changed at the gym, bro, because it was that important to me. It was that important to me that I became the best version of myself to the point to where I built a system in which I could thrive and I wish I could succeed in. That's all you boys. That's what all y'all gotta do, man. There's really not because you're inadequate or you just can't do it or whatever. It really is about you just creating a system where you can be yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, bro, the rest will take care of it. And then whenever you don't do whatever you said you wanted to do, if you have all the systems and you have the variables controlled, bro, that's where you kind of sit there and reflect and being like, damn, despite me putting all the system, having everything I need, I still didn't show up and do what I was supposed to do. That's where you start to hold yourself accountable and you don't give yourself excuses. You're not going to be perfect, but that's where you should also allow yourself to the grace. Damn, I wasn't perfect today. I need to do better. Instead of you, that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video where it's like, okay, you get told that you're overweight and then you just accept that you're overweight and then you do nothing about it. No, motherfucker, change that shit, bro. Change it. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to mess up from time to time. But instead of you being like, oh, it's all right. Now, I'll be like, no, it's not all right. We got to be better. We messed up because I'm a human. I'm never going to be perfect. But whenever I do mess up, instead of me telling me some stuff to where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter or anything. No, motherfucker, it does matter. It does matter. Don't tell yourself that it doesn't. Because when you start telling yourself that it doesn't matter, then that's when your goal doesn't matter. You reaching your goal doesn't matter. If reaching your goal is important, then anytime you do some goofy shit that's not in alignment with you reaching your goal, bro, you should hold yourself accountable to that. So instead of you being like, oh man, I still ain't got no attractive girl or whatever, ask yourself, did I become an attractive man? Am I becoming a man where women will want to be with me, whatever the case may be? And if you're not doing those things, don't be surprised based on the outcomes you get. Now, the outcomes are the outcomes. You don't have any control of the outcomes, but you do have control of your inputs. And inputs do lead to certain outcomes. They do influence outcomes. And so you shouldn't be fixated on the outcomes so much. You should really be fixated on your inputs. Your inputs is what's going to lead to the outcomes. There's so many guys that want to start working out because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get all these girls. I can't wait to get all this attention and shit like that. Focusing on the outcomes, okay? But they're not focusing on what they need to do to build the system, their inputs, how I need to eat, how I need to conduct myself, how I need to sleep, what I need to do in order for me to be the best version of myself. You got to make those things the focus. You got to make your focus about you. And once your focus is about you, bro, and your focus is on your inputs, the outcomes are and everything are just naturally going to fall in place. They're naturally just going to come to you. You're going to attract them. And it's all because you were focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Focused on you. Focusing on what you can do. Focusing on holding yourself accountable. And you're just going to become cold, bro. I can't. I'm not lying to you guys. It's so your inputs and what you do on a day-to-day basis is so important. It's where it's what led you to where you are right now, believe it or not. Okay? Where you are right now with your life and everything like that, what has led you there is based on your inputs, based on what you chose to do in the days leading up to this point. All right, believe it or not. There are some things that are outside of your control that have happened, but I'm letting you know your inputs had a lot of influence and a lot to deal with where you've ended up or what you've gotten out of life. All right. I'm not saying it's all, but it has a lot to do with it. What I'm telling you, bro, based on my experience, based on my past, bro, I would tell you, bro, do all that you can do. Be who all you can be. All right. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Y'all know that, bro? As long as you go out there and you going and you trucking and you driving, bro, I'm letting you know something gonna hit, something gonna land. But a guaranteed way of knowing that you won't get there, a guaranteed way of knowing that you will fail, is when you just decide not to try. When you decide, hey, I'm not gonna do it. It's not important to me, and I don't want to, and it's hard. And then when you start saying shit like that, that's when you beat yourself. That's when you become your own worst enemy. That's when you stand in between you and your goals, okay? That's a guaranteed way of you assuring that you will not become the person who you want to be. And that's a guaranteed way of you knowing that you're going to stay exactly where you are. All right? So, man, really, that's all y'all got to do, man. Let's lock it in. Let's go.